Hi, this is Coach Cotner, and this is the Cross Country Roundup. As many of you know, I'm an assistant coach at Springfield High School, and this is my attempt to give an unbiased report on the local cross country scene. I'm going to do my best to try to mention as many people as I can, and so let's get started. With the girls, first we're going to start with the Porta Invite. We had Maria and Adrian Brower both set course records to lead Porta to a third place finish. 17:52 and 17:54, so great times from them. Should be interesting to see what they do in a couple weeks at the SHS Invite against Rochester, Springfield High, and Chatham Glenwood. Out of Peoria, Rochester placed third, right behind Monticello and Decatur St. Teresa, who is the defending state champ. Taylor Bartolozzi, 18:54 to lead the Rockets. So they looked pretty strong. Their 1 through 5 split was 55 seconds. And we know cross country is just as important as your fifth man, and their fifth runner ran 19:49. So they look to be the early favorites for the CS8 title. So we're going to see what happens as the season goes on. Plains finished 26th. Olivia Rohr led them with an 18:59. So tough time from her. They looked pretty good as well. 2A Jacksonville in the 2A race placed 27th. Emily Chelsvig looks like the favorite to defend her CS8 title. She ran an 18:33, so just great time this early in the season for her. Lincoln Park, the Lee Halberg Invite. Springfield High School girls took first place with 67 points, led by the 1-2-3 punch of Natalie Motor, Mads Nelson, and Allie Goff. Great times for them. Their 1 through 5 split was 1 minute and 29 seconds, so a little work to be done there, but it should be interesting to see what they can do as the weeks come on. Glenwood placed second with 72 points, led by Demi Dixon, Kirsten Eit, and Caroline Worrell. So the top three teams, Chatham with those three, Springfield with their three, and then Rochester with three, Bartolozzi, McNicholas, and sorry, I can't remember the other girl right now, but they look tough up front, so the conference title is probably going to come down to the fifth runner. So it should be interesting to see what happens there. Glenwood's 1 through 5 split was 1 minute and 2 seconds, so they looked pretty good. SHG finished fifth. Megan and Bridget McLean, 13th and 14th to lead them. And Taylorville finished 9th with Anna Lowry in 16th place to lead them. On to the boys at Peoria. Rochester placed 4th, led by Michael Gleason with a 15:53, so they looked pretty good there. Their 1 through 5 split was 57 seconds, so in 1A, they look like a team that can challenge. So we'll see what happens as the season goes on. I think Dicesta has them rated in their top 10, but rankings don't really mean anything at this time of the year, so we'll go from there. Pleasant Plains placed 10th, the 1-2 punch of Tyler and Mitch Johnson, who ran at CES a few years ago. They were pretty tough, 16:05, 16:17. So Plains has a pretty good duo, and their third runner, Daniel Plunkett, I think he had kind of an off day. He's usually their number one. We'll see what he does as the season progresses, but I know he trains hard, so he'll be there when it matters probably. For all of us who are interested in 2A, the number one rated team according to Dystat, again, but I think watching Muhammad Seymour on Saturday, I think they should be the new number one in my opinion, but we'll move on from there. Ileana Christian won the team title, 1 through 5 split of 1 minute, 15:01 to 16:01, so their fifth guy was at 16 minutes flat, so really good for this time of year. Jacksonville finished 43rd out there. At the Lee Halberg Invite at Lanphier, Lincoln Park, Sam Dowd took the win in 15:28 and just looked phenomenal. He's definitely setting himself up to be one of the guys talked about and finishing the top 5 at the state meet. So he looked really good. Springfield High placed second, led by Tyler Owens. They got beat by Muhammad Seymour, who just ran a great race. I mean, putting 5 guys in front of Springfield's number 2. So they're definitely going to be moving up in the rankings this week. And to me, they look like the team to beat. But we'll see what happens. Springfield had a 1 through 5 split of 39 seconds. I know that they're hoping that'll come down as we get into the Peoria series. 15:46 for Tyler Owens, though. A great time for him. And Springfield's fifth guy was 16:25 on Hilly Lincoln Park. So we'll see what happens. Chatham Glenwood placed third. 1-2 punch of Grant Kaiser and Landon Skelly looked phenomenal. Both sub 16 early in the season at Lincoln Park. So they looked great. Grant Lubkeman, if he can come back and race for them this year, will give them a solid 1-2-3 punch, and they could surprise some people come conference time. Taylorville, at this point in the season, has been the surprise of the conference. They finished 4th. Lawrence Curtin, 16:07 to lead them in 11th. Great time for him on the Lincoln Park course. So they look they look tough. Taylorville's going to be there. They're not going away this year. SHG 6th, led by Ethan Bloom in 16th. And Lamphere, much improved Lamphere team, placed 11th. Kevin Stewart ran a great race to finish 39th. So watch for them as the season progresses too. But that's week 2 of the cross-country season and our first installment of this. Hopefully you guys can enjoy it and just spread a little love for the cross-country runners out there. So we'll see you guys next week. Good luck with your training.